You know, Bill Parcells, I had a bet with Bill Parcells that I wouldn't cry. Well, he almost won the bet right there because I almost lost it, but I got my composure. You know, when I first came out here today, thank you. I guess we was walking, the program was just about to begin, and I was a little bit nervous, and God, I was going to say, you know, the excitement was running through my head, and I really was a little nervous. Then I came out and I looked through the glass, and I saw all the giant uniforms, all the giant stuff. And I knew right then and there I was in LT territory, and I love it. Thank you. I also like to thank my teammates. Some of my teammates came out today. You know, O.J. Anderson, Gary Jeter, George Martin. And guys, let me tell you about this other teammate out here today. You know, being this guy, we had some words a while back. We kind of split ways, and we just didn't really talk. But I'm telling you, Harry Carson came out for me today. And that's the classiest thing I've ever seen in my life, Harry. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, man. I love you. Lauren and her dad, his wife, and my best friend in the whole world, Paul Davis and his wife. He's been with me for a lot of years. A lot of years. A lot of years. Anyway, now I go to my family. I'd like to thank my family for being here and being with me. My mom and my dad right here. Why don't you stand? Stand. My brother, my two brothers, Clarence, Kim, and his wife and kids. Wife and kids. My loving ex-wife. Seriously, Linda Taylor. Linda. Stand up, girl. And here's your mother and my in-laws, ex-in-laws. How you doing? Even though they're my ex, I still love them all. I love them all. I love everyone. But you know, I like to thank so many people. I like to thank Linda for putting up with me for so many years. I like to thank my parents for really just work with me. And when I was a young boy, I said I was going to do certain things, and they always believed in me to do the right thing. And I'm very appreciative that I had the opportunity to do for them also. You know, I like to thank my kids. I tell you what, I like to thank my kids for understanding that people do make mistakes in life. And somehow they have the ability to forgive me and love me anyway. And I thank you for that, you know. Love you. No. There's a host of people here that I know I'm just forgetting people and all that. But I would like to talk about, you know, as far as my football career, you know, there's been like 3 people in my football career that's been really, really instrumental and the most important things to me as far as football goes, to my football career. There's 3 men, and one of those men happens to be George Young. George Young over here, a general manager from New York Giants. Let me tell you, this guy, he drafted me. A lot of people asked him why until they saw the tapes. Anyway, but George has always been in my corner. He's always helped me push to do better, to stay out of trouble, whatever, and do the right thing. And George has always been there for me, and I'd like to thank him right there. Thank you, George. There's another man that's very important, and he's been instrumental. You know, you talk about the George Harrises, you talk about Paul Browns, you talk about all the great owners in the league. Let me tell you something. You're doing yourself an injustice if you don't talk about Walter Mara. Walter Mara. It has truly been a pleasure. And I guys, you know, let me tell you, all you Giant fans, you know, Walter Mara is a person who really loves his football team. This guy has stood behind me for a lot of years, on the field and off the field. Without him, I probably would not be here today. So I want to thank Walter Mara for his kindness and generosity. Thank you, Walter. And I'd like to thank a coach that without him, man, I tell you, he's a coach of coaches, in my opinion. Bill Parcells, I have never in my life had a coach that knew the game of football as well, that knew me as well, and was able to put the two together and make a great combination. This guy is instrumental. And I was asked about, Bill, do we talk anymore? Well, it's like a marriage that's lasted 30 years. You know, you really don't talk that much, but you know you love each other anyway. And that's the way Bill and myself is now. I wish he could be here, but he has situations in New York, and I understand, and I love him dealing. Without Bill Parcells, I'll tell you, I would not have been able to do the things I was able to do. And lastly, guys, thank you. And lastly, you know, people ask me all the time, well, the Hall of Fame, you're in the Hall of Fame, what do you want to leave to other people? What do you want other people to remember? What kind of legacy you want to leave behind? And I've thought about that, and it's indeed a great honor to be here. But I think I want to leave other people is that, guys, life, like anything else, can knock you down. It can turn you out. You'll have problems every day in your life. But sometimes, like Ozzie Newsome said, sometimes you just got to go play. You just got to go play. And no matter how many times it knocks you down, no how many times you think you can't go forward, no how many times you have things just don't go right, you know, anybody can quit. Anybody can do that. A Hall of Famer never quits. A Hall of Famer realizes that the crime is not being knocked down. The crime is not getting up again. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you very much.